What's good, everybody? It is your girl, TICAH DISHAWN of All Things Ruthless, home of the Ruthless Addicts. Let's just dive into this recap. State of Emergency from Season 4, Episode 11. And let's read this synopsis. The camp prepares for war when agents arrive in search of an important man. Lacey is once again a victim of Marva's wicked intentions, and Ruth, Joan, and River accelerate their plan. Listen, it went down on the Rakadushi compound. There was no games spared, no lives were spared, no minds were spared. Everything went down. It was chaos. It was automatic chaos. When you open up and see the episode, you're gonna see Rakadushi soldiers. You're gonna see the cult members. You're gonna see everybody running around in chaos. They're running around in chaos because the FBI has made their way to the front gate, and the highest is on high alert. Every time anything that has to do with the FBI, the highest is going to literally stand on business. So we see that there is a moment where everybody is running and retrieving weapons, and Daikon lets the highest know, look, let me handle the situation. Let me go and talk to him. So the highest was like, okay, you can go talk to him, but they better not try to come in here, or I'm going to handle my business. They want me, they can come and get me. So when the highest deals with the FBI or the government, he is on 12. Everybody is hearing this alert sound. And again, Malcolm is hearing this sound and he's like, oh yeah, they coming for me. He has that type of attitude. We see poor Aaron, who is just so confused, has no idea what is going on. And then we see Lacey, and Lacey begins to scream uncontrollably because she knows exactly what that siren means. It means get the poison, get the blickies, get everything, because we're all about to meet the Raku. So again, everybody has their blicky, and the highest is like, well, I'm not going to be the only one without a blicky. So he says to Peter, go get me a big blicky. So Peter gives him this little 9, and then he's like, no, bigger. So then he tries to give him his M16, and then he's like, no, bigger. So Peter's just like all confused, don't really know what it is that the highest wants, but he walks away. River walks up, and he says to River, the highest says to River, River, go get my blicky. And y'all, when I tell you the highest has the blicky, the largest blicky on the compound, he absolutely had the largest blicky on the compound. And he again put one in the chamber, and he was on ready. So at the front gate, we see that Desiree as well as Cal has made their way to talk to Daikon, and they tell Daikon, we want to speed the highest. Well, the highest is not coming to the gate. So basically, if you don't have a warrant, you can't come inside the compound, and you need to talk to me and tell me what it is you want. So they showed him a picture of Aaron, 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 as VKJTV calls him. Okay, so anyway, they show the image of Aaron, and they halfway say who he really is. They say he's somebody important, or he's a child of someone important. And Daikon is like, well, we haven't seen him. Well, who is he? And they say, well, if he's not here, then there's no need for us to tell you who he is. So Daikon says, okay. And they, the agents that are standing around, they're looking, and there are also some that are watching guard. There's some that are telling Desiree and Cal exactly what they see on the compound. For example, they don't see any children on the compound. They see that they have 7 snipers and 2 other soldiers that are ready and on alert, and they're getting antsy. And so at that moment, Desiree decides, okay, it's time for us to pull out of this Rakadushi compound situation. Let's get up out of here. And so they do just that. They back up, and then the alert is called off. The sirens are shut down, and the highest but before they do that, River walks up to the gate just to be nosy, because the highest tells him, okay, yeah, you can go up there and listen. But River doesn't just go up to the gate and listen. He goes up to the gate and introduces himself as River, and like the flowing, that situation. He introduces himself, Desiree and Cal. They're like, so what's your last name? No, we don't have last names. We all children of the Raku. So anyway, you guys, after that whole situation is done, the FBI leave from the front gate. The highest goes back into his back cave, and Daikon goes in there, and he says, he go get, basically we know that at this point the highest is ready. He's feeding. He's ready to get his high on. So Daikon is like, well, let me do something to, help calm you down. And Daikon and the highest is like, well, I want Ruth. So basically, you're not doing it for the highest anymore, Daikon. Sorry, but not sorry. Of course, also, you guys, in the midst of all the chaos, there's a conversation between Ruth as well as Joan as well as River. And that's when they're finding out what's going on. It's time to take up arms. So again, just mass chaos running around the whole compound. Now, when River goes to get the Hyacinth Blicky, I did not mention this part, but when River goes to get the Hyacinth Blicky, he finds the money. He sees that the money that they have really been looking for is underneath that daybed belonging to the highest. So after all is said and done and everything has calmed down, River and Joan as well as Ruth, they have come up with a plan. So basically, River is telling Ruth that since the highest wants to see her, that she needs to get him high. Now Ruth is like, I'm not doing nothing and we're not leaving until I get my daughter. So y'all know now at this point it's my daughter, my daughter, my daughter with Ruth. She's not doing anything. She's not trying to leave the compound without baby girl Callie. And of course, the children are not on the compound right now. They have yet to return. We're also going to see a conversation between the three stooges, George, Lewis, as well as Manny. And they're talking about, that siren means that we're going to drink the Kool-Aid and we're going to fight to the death. And that's basically what it means. And man is like, what? This is crazy. Like, he's in disbelief that all of this stuff is really going on. So anyway, the highest lets River or lets Daikon know, hey, I also want to see, before I do anything else, I want to go ahead and see Aaron. So Aaron goes to the highest. He lets the highest know, yes, I am a son of a senator. This is not who I am. This is just, I'm trying to get away from my family. However, basically, I done made a wrong turn and I do want to leave this Rockadusha compound. Now, of course, as Aaron walks in, he sees his wife is booed up with the highest. Like, she's just so high that she don't understand what's really going on. She just knows that she wants to be underneath the highest. But then the highest sends, there's some ladies, some cult members that come in and escort her back to her cabin, her new home, away from home, y'all. So Lord, let's get to this most dramatic moment. Now, of course, there's some intimacy between the highest. Of course, Ruth goes in and she calms the highest down. He's telling her that he wants the magic, but again, Ruth is not trying to give him the magic simply because of the fact that she's not trying to do anything until she can get her daughter. Now, she does give him a magic of a different type, but it's the magic from her body that seems to overwhelm the highest that he loves so much. Again, he lets her know he loves hard, and when he loves hard, you got to be careful not to betray me. So anyway, you guys, this is the most, oh Lord, this moment right here, you guys, I felt literally so bad for Lacey. I'm going to say this as ungraphically as I can. I'll just say that Lacey was definitely essayed by 17 of the soldiers. Now, mind you, there were supposed to be actually 25, but a few of them decided not to show up. Manny was one of them. Daikon definitely did not show up, but they basically laid her in this little bed, this flat board, with her arms strapped. Then Elder Mother straps her legs up and wide open, you guys, so that the men could enter her. And they literally did that. Lewis and George were a part of the 17. And there were many other of the soldiers that entered Lacey. So unfortunately, Lacey was unfortunately she was essayed. She did say, she was like giving us a play-by-play, like, somebody's touching my legs, now he's inside of me. Like, she was giving it a play-by-play moment. I absolutely felt bad for Lacey. Last but not least, you guys, we see the moment where we now know that, spoiler alert, Andrew is a freaking Rockadushy. He is on video showing, they're showing him that, he went to Brian's house, dropped off the bodies, burned down the house. Like, he's confirming that he is with the Rakadushi. He says, I have nothing to say to you. I want to talk to my lawyer. You guys are the government. You're the devil. So it's solidified, you guys. Unfortunately, Andrew is a part of the Rakadushi. And we're no longer going to see, I don't think we're ever going to see again the Andrew that we thought was going to be the savior of this whole Rakadushi situation, y'all. With that being said, that's about it for episode 11. I will definitely be back with my recap of episodes 12 and 13, because you know they gave it to us, and they gave it to us strong, y'all. With that being said, thank you all so much for tapping in and tuning in with your girl TICAH DISHAWN of All Things Ruthless, home of the Ruthless Addicts. If you're new to my channel, finding your girl for the first time, and you like this content, please hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell, so that you can receive reminders of new Ruthless content. What do you guys think of the episode? If you saw the episode, if you did not see the episode, what were your thoughts on the episode? What certain things stood out to you the most? Everything was crazy to me. This episode literally came in high impact. I didn't expect some of the things. I knew some things were going to happen. I didn't expect some of the things that did happen, though. With that being said, thank y'all so much, and you already know, stay ruthless.
The footage backed up to his work computer. His partner had the password. Want to tell us your